what's going on, everybody? It is Wednesday, time for a new episode of Recap. How are you guys doing today? Ugly Man Chief back in the house. Love to see you, brother. Hiei, JM1620. What's going on, fellas? Lee Castle, Sub Diego 619, VT Kevin R. Raw Fitteds. What up? Keep capping. Denzi Vice 91, Elk Dot, holla. Red, David Kearns, G. Laurent. Let's get some. Wiltor 1000. Welcome to the show, brother. Wally Absurd, Mandon 27. What is going on? And yes, it's cold as hell outside. It is piss and rain. Felt like a very good time to bring out the Montreal Expos Northern Lights. It's Luis 11. What's going on? Zeke 49. I carry on 15. Feel like I haven't seen you in a while. Good to see you guys here. And Best of AZ just rounding out the bunch there. Good show for you guys today. A lot of new heat that's coming, especially tomorrow. A few other additions to the color story. We kicked that off a few days ago with the navy and maroon colorway. So we've got a few more packs in regard to that happening. A couple variety packs, plus some, early sneak peeks of what's going on the weekend in New York and LA. And I'll leave you guys with one additional surprise at the end of the show. Miss Bree, what's going on? But anyway, without further ado, making his grand official debut to Recap, even though he was on the show last week, but, kicked 2024 off, but it's official now. We've got him. Teferi Taylor.
What's going on, man?
What's the word? Man? How you doing?
The word? Chilling. I think that the Twitchers are gonna really appreciate like the fit when they get to understand like some of the hats we're revealing this week.
I'll just say doubt.
I'm feeling very cash money today with my outfit. So I'm excited to be here. What's up, AZ? What's up, Ugly Man Chief? What's up, guys? What's up? What's the word?
I'm jealous because you came full fit because you are a well put together man than I am. I wasn't thinking
I'm really trying to
with dollars. You came with it. And I went frozen all of a sudden. God damn it.
No, I heard you before you went frozen. I was just, I'm figuring this is my first full show. Definitely want to, be in the spirit of things. For those that are Cactus Plant Flea Market people, cash in, cash out. So shouts out to CPFM, and obviously we're in the good last twin. Shouts out my brother Patchwork Tab on the Mata. So it's a good week, man. I'm excited to really break some of these new releases out to the fans and show them what we got cooking up this week.
Absolutely. And I think this is just like really the debut of anybody who doesn't know how well Teferi puts himself together, top to bottom, the full fit. We are getting deep in the throes of this, and I admire it. I admire it heavily.
and my fiance Janae.
Hey!
She was super excited for my first debut show as well. So I'm excited to be here. Let's kick 2024 off right, Ben. Let's do it. Let's get to it.
Absolutely. And of course, we gotta have the third man on board as well. We got Austin here. What is going on, dude?
What up, everybody?
What's up,
What's up, Ben?
What's up, man?
What up?
Hello, chat. How's everybody doing this evening?
I like the good variety of hats that we got going on here.
Yeah,
we do have a good variety of hats.
Got a good.
Mine's a recent pickup.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then Ben's, yours has some special feature to it.
Oh yeah, got the nice little dandy Northern Lights insert on the inside there,
and the threading too.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
Does the threading still work? I know it wears off after a while.
Actually, to be honest with you, I haven't looked at it in a while because it's actually been in my closet for the last couple months. So it just seemed like a good day to bust it out. So when we get closer to the end of the show, I'll turn the lights out. We'll see if it still glows.
Hell yeah. Did you pick up the Montreal campfire that randomly dropped on the site?
No. No. And not because I didn't want it. It was because, like everybody else, I didn't know that all of a sudden, like, boom, here's a wave of old school campfire hats. Mm-hmm. And somebody tweeted about it. And I'm like, yeah, I guess we did do that. And then we had our meeting about it. And it's just like, well, shit, I didn't even get a chance to get a crack at that. So,
yeah.
Nope. And that was and that's the one I need. I have the D-backs, I think, that released I think the second go around, but I really wanted that Montreal. That was one of my
that's the campfire that I have is a Montreal.
Man.
I got my coked out Tigers, so I'm stoked.
I paid resale. I paid resale for the Montreal. Had to have it. It's
Dark
too.
Yeah,
days,
it's a great
man.
crown. It's a great looking crown.
David said, "What time are we meeting in Buffalo? Game time,
Ooh.
baby. Actually, an
Mm.
hour before game time. We'll jump through a couple tables and then we'll get to it."
Jump
Bring
through a
a
couple
heavy coat.
tables.
Yeah. Well, not as bad as Kansas City. Did you see how bad Kansas City's looking this weekend?
That if
Wow.
that didn't immediately shift the betting line in favor more for Kansas City, then I don't know, because like the Dolphins, no way in hell they're going to go into Kansas City in that weather and win that game.
No shot.
Mm-mm.
No shot. Ben,
None.
what'd you do? Did you do any bets for the opening round for Wild Card Weekend?
I haven't placed them yet. I've got like 4 in mind, so I'm going to hit my buddy up tomorrow. Let him
Okay.
know, hey, last week was because I told him I'm not betting anymore this football season, but it's like, you know what? I got to do it one more time. Do me a solid, put these bets in for me. So I'll have them ready to post probably Friday.
Okay.
Who do you have as the MVP right now, Ben?
Oh, Lamar Jackson.
That's
Yeah.
I
I'm
was just
hoping.
saying you can't. I don't really see how you can have anybody else but him right now. Going into, I think when Tua was playing the way he was, I was like he's making it tough. But I think when Miami started spiraling, I was just like, no, Lamar's the runaway right now.
There's still a lot of people calling for Christian McCaffrey. So, which I
Eh,
understand. But I still think Lamar's got it, especially after the offseason shenanigans with him too,
Yeah.
with like people just not wanting him
yeah.
and then
Mhm.
he just pulling off an insane season like that.
Yeah, and I think shouts out also to Will Tor because he was talking about Christian McCaffrey as well. I have him that way too, but I think it's just I think it's kind of like with Heisman voting, right? It's like it's very difficult for a skill position player to win just because of the fact that quarterbacks facilitate the offense. So
Yeah.
it's like typically, I mean that's one of the reasons why when Carter Woodson when Woodson won it, the Heisman, it was just like it was surprising because it's like that's something you really don't see. So
Mhm.
even though Christian's having a monster year, I still kind of feel like Lamar's probably gonna probably if it's a catch 22 between voting, I think Lamar's gonna probably still take it.
Which kind of brings up an interesting question. When do you think the next time a defensive player is going to win the MVP in the National Football League?
I mean,
Never? Or do you think it actually will happen?
you gotta. I mean, I know a lot of people are gonna probably. I say like, I mean, Sean Taylor was like one of those generational players. I mean, Ray Lewis, another generational player. Um, I feel like that's really the standard. It's an unfortunate standard, but it's like you really have to be a generational talent. Like I felt like with Jadeveon Clowney when he came from South Carolina into the league, I was like, if he really was starting to really make a tear and make a name for himself in the league, I thought maybe him, but you really just have to be a guy that really just shifts offense. I mean, shifts opposing offenses.
Yeah.
I mean, I could,
I think TJ Watt has a chance in the next couple of years. Like cuz
I
like
could,
he had 19 sacks this year. Like that's insane.
yeah. Which is, I mean, and to that point, like I think even Ugly Man Chief said, production is production, numbers is numbers. So I feel like
Yeah.
from a defensive perspective, you have to be putting up numbers either at sacks, interceptions, tackles. I mean, and then I feel on top of that, it's kind of like that Seattle defense of those years I was winning the Super Bowl. It's like your defense also has to be
Mhm.
no less than top five. I mean, top
Legion
five
of
is pushing
Boom.
it. You really need to
Yeah.
be top three. Yeah, you really need to be top three if you're gonna be in the conversation.
To go to Liam Enos's point where he says you have to break the sack record. Michael Strahan did that like over a decade ago, and I don't even think he finished in the top 3 for voting. So it's just like I don't even know if
Yeah,
that's a realistic,
Wow.
number to achieve. So
yeah,
Wow. That's
yeah.
crazy.
It's
Didn't realize that.
defense players just getting boned, man.
yeah, and I think one of the comments even said like I think we need to start. I think Wiltor was just like they just need to add more awards. I felt like that was what they were trying to do with the AP Offensive Player of the Year,
Yeah.
like when Matt Ryan won it that year. I
Mhm.
felt like that's what they were trying to do, but it's like again, historically offensive player, it's going to be difficult for a wide receiver to get that award. Because I mean, to me, like Justin Jefferson right now, one of the best, wide receivers in the league. Jamar Chase as well. You got to put him in that conversation. Pre the Burrow injury, but even still, he's having good production. It's just tough when you're a position that depends on the quarterback giving you the ball. it's tough. It's tough to really
Mhm.
do that because it's like,
Mhm.
is it the quarterback is really skillful, or are you making that quarterback look really good? It's and with the voters, it's a weird dichotomy, I guess.
True. Got to give a shout out to Wapi10, Celestino, Joaquin77, no results
Hmm.
found. What's going on, guys? And I saw a few other people come in here. Wiltor 1000. I think I shouted you out a little bit ago.
Hmm.
There was somebody else I just saw. Official Tony. What's up, brother?
All right. Well, I think we have some hats we got to get into, huh?
Why not?
Hmm. Yes, sir.
Some site
Let's,
sleepers, perhaps?
yes,
Hmm.
let's get into
Let's
some
do it.
site sleepers. Let me share
Hmm.
my screen so Ben doesn't explode.
Yeah, how long until my I start lagging and fade to black, basically?
Give it a solid 2.5 minutes. All right, up first, Benji.
Actually, what is that first one? It looks like a Buffalo Bison. Oh no, it's a
No, it's
Baltimore
the
Orioles.
Barbie Baltimore.
Wow,
That,
didn't even know that dropped.
Yes. Yeah, John posted about it. The Barbie
man,
Baltimore.
is it really bad that I really really like this hat? I
I love
really
Oh,
this
like
hat.
no,
this
I think
hat.
it's dope. Reminds me
I,
of cotton candy.
it does. It really does. I mean, that's probably the best. You know what? Not Barbie, cotton candy. Baltimore Orioles. But no, this is a sick hat. I feel like you could do a lot with that. I'm actually thinking. I'm thinking maybe Guava Fours, Guava Union Fours with this. You could
Okay.
probably pull that off. Maybe that
Mhm.
punch is a little bit less bright than the magenta, but you could probably make something shake with that.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think that the hot pink is a bit aggressive, but I mean, it is for Barbie after all. I just love that this is our first utilization of the City Edition B was the Barbie hat. So,
But it's
Yeah, you.
perfect. It's perfect for that
Yeah.
exact reason.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. I like it
So
though.
almost a full size are unavailable. There's some
Mm-hmm.
lucky size 8 people out there that were able to cop that.
Well, I could
Absolutely.
say this: a former Hat Club employee who made bets with me on both Toronto Maple Leafs, San Jose Sharks games. The Leafs won both those games. He owes me 2 hats. That's one of them.
Oh wow.
Really? Let's go. Now you got to
That's
wear it
crazy.
while watching Oppenheimer, though.
Wow.
That's got to be the move.
100%. Well, I saw timer yet, so
I watched it. It was
Really?
great. It was
It was,
great.
yeah, it
It's
was really
long,
good.
but it's great.
Yeah. Ew.
I'm on it.
Yeah.
Looks like the 75th anniversary of Yankee Stadium, New York Yankees. Looks like a Vegas gold, navy blue upper visor, metallic gold logo. I know for a fact
Hmm.
this one also dropped at Noho either today or yesterday. So if you want to pick it up in store, you can do that there.
Hmm.
Great use of color there.
Yeah.
I also know that Noho dropped an all navy blue version with the classic white NY logo as well.
Hmm.
So that one will eventually hit the website.
Dope.
Looks like
Definitely.
what?
Definitely.
Petco Park, gray undervisor, all classic San Diego Padres brown with the swing and fryer.
Hmm. That's a clean crown. That's
It
very
is.
clean.
This one's great.
Peace 2314. What's going on? And then I saw Mr. Dirty 130, I think, and Mr. Walker. Can't forget about them. The more we use the Fenway Park side patch, the more I like it. I've always kind of liked that Sitgo sign that they've got
Yep.
over the green monster.
Yep.
Hmm.
The one I probably need to pick up is the actual green monster one that we dropped a couple weeks ago. But I
Oh,
do like the usage of this one for the black on black with the white outline.
yeah. I
Classic.
like this one a lot. Gray or no green under. So
Yeah.
just real clean, simple hat. And
Mhm.
also, tip for anybody that goes to Boston, actually parking by that Sitco sign is one of your best places to park.
Mm.
It's one of the
Interesting.
most
Well, you know.
economical, and then it also is not a terrible walk to the stadium. Otherwise, you're going to be sitting in traffic.
Sheesh.
I mean, you're going to be sitting in traffic regardless, but a little tidbit there for
I
everybody
mean,
there.
you can park out in Revere and just take the train in.
You could. I used to literally take the train in because it was just like so much easier to get in and out. So,
Oh yeah.
mhm.
And it looks like we got a Arizona Diamondbacks, also Vegas Gold Crown, purple. So old school, early days of the Arizona Diamondbacks colorway with the Vegas Gold blend to it. Arizona Diamondbacks jersey script with the 25th anniversary patch. I'm assuming gray undervisor on that one.
I'm assuming so.
I think so. I think
Yes,
you're correct.
sir.
Mm-hmm.
And because they're all variety pack hats, of course, they're all made in China. And then, yeah, these were the color stories that dropped a couple days ago. Navy blue, metallic gold, metallic copper for the front logos, as well as the side patch, maroon upper visor, cool gray under visors, black sweatbands. I talked about this actually during Flip the Script yesterday when we dropped them. I like this because I'm a bigger fan of like darker colors, so I'm a big navy blue guy, and
Yeah.
especially with that specific color scheme. Yes, I have a ton of jerseys in my jersey collection that I could perfectly pair with these.
Yeah, you could pair
Absolutely,
a
yeah.
lot of good things with that San Francisco, right, Ben?
How dare you?
The Arizona is my favorite. That hint of purple is just sick to me.
Yeah.
Um,
I think like yeah, I'm with you on that, Austin. I think it's just more so something about navy and maroon together. It's like really like fall, like classic. Like that's like I feel like most varsity jackets like I've seen that are like that navy with like the maroon sleeves or
Yep.
flipped.
Oh
It's
yeah.
tough. I like it.
Yep, for sure.
And then Mr. Walker 54 pointing out the Cleveland Guardians. I mean, we'll get to that one here in a second. Not to make you jump around and take,
Oh, I'm
attention away from
jumping.
the LA Dodgers, but the king himself would probably look good in this hat.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not talking about Elvis.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm definitely feeling like that's I think there's a specific throwback Cleveland jersey that I think that would actually
So
go
yeah, the
perfect with
Gus
that.
Barbie hat up above.
Hmm.
And then a lot of the upside down logos for the Dodgers came in. Mixture of 940 A-frame snapbacks, of course, as well as fitted styles. Still got some more colorways in those, I think, dropping. Or we may have no, actually, I think we dropped them all.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think
Pretty
so.
positive we
Yeah,
did.
yeah.
Yeah, I think
Um,
there might be more on the way with some other teams, if I
Ooh.
remember correctly. So over the coming months.
Mm.
So,
and
but
then
these are
last but
nice.
not
These are
least,
nice.
we were go ahead. Sorry.
I think you're freezing up, Ben. But I was going to say these are nice, and they seem to have been doing well at the LA store, which is dope.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Am I unfrozen now?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. I
I
was
think
just
you're
gonna
just
comment on
lagging
the fact that we
behind.
have the large cachet of Mexico World Baseball Classic hats. If you haven't gotten one yet, put it in your cart, hang on to it for a few days, scoop it up, because this is the last time you guys are gonna see them for the next, what, 2.5 years, 3.5 years,
3 years, yeah, 3+.
Is that a
Ouch.
is that hat that was from the Atlanta pop up? Is that still up there? I'm just curious. The one that was
Oh,
supposed to be at the Atlanta pop up.
it's yep, there it
Yep,
is, the
it
Atlanta
is.
Black Crackers one.
Yeah. Chad. I'm not saying that that's a crown that you should get, but I'm saying
I do love it.
yeah, it's one of those. It's gonna be one of
Full
those ones.
size run too.
Yeah, I trust me. That's one of those ones I think you want to grab. Very very wearable with a lot of things, and then historically, it's a really cool crown.
Hell yeah.
Was this the first Negro? Is this the first Negro League hat that we've dropped
Of the year. Of the
of
year,
this
I
year?
believe.
Okay,
Yeah.
got you. Yeah, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Yes.
Yep,
Yeah, and then we have
and nothing's coming to mind. That actually, that might be the first one since 2022.
Mm. Because I know I've seen some before, but I was just trying to remember for that specific team. I think that might be. I'll have to do some. I'm gonna
I'm
have to do
trying to
some.
think. I think yeah, I don't think in 2023 we dropped any. So I think you're right there, Ben.
Damn it.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Interessante, no? All right. That is it for site sleepers.
Woo. Yeah, I kept thinking we dropped like a Cleveland Buckeyes, but I think that was 2022 when we dropped that one. So yeah, he is on it as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's right, because they dropped it Noho.
Okay.
I do remember that now.
Mm-hmm.
Tomorrow, as in Thursday, 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern, hatclub.com, Hat Club app, of course. We got the cash pack.
Hell yeah. Let's make you big here, Ben. Let's give you the
Give me the big screen and hope I
big
don't
screen.
seize up. I'm not going to any particular order on these. but I'm glad we actually get to show off a lot of the details on here that maybe you guys haven't seen in all the photos.
Yeah, just show off the worst one first. That's what you got to do.
There we go. New York Yankees, of course, in dollar bill, y'all green. This is actually a bone or off-white colorway for the NY logo on the front. Metallic royal blue for the outline there on the NY. And then every single one of these for the side patch is going to have the little city signature right there, as well as a serial number. So excellent
It's
attention
so
to
cool.
detail there.
Yeah.
Cooked
Shouts
up
out
by
Freddie, man.
Freddie. Freddie did the
Yes.
damn thing again, of course.
Of course he did. And then, of course, flat stitch Batterman logo on the back, cool gray under visors, black on the sweatband, and where the hell to go? Hat Club tag on the inside. And every single one of these is going to be made in Bangladesh, 100% polyester.
Yeah.
Space Hippie, I think the serial number is the name of the team. So like NYY, and then I think it associates with the side patch, I want to say.
Yep. 00 1999.
Okay. Yeah, I can't read that one on you.
No.
So
I feel like the Colorado Springs one might be the only one that'll be different just because it's minor league, but when we get to it, we'll get to it.
Yeah.
This one is my top 3, more specifically because using the 1980s style Seattle Mariners primary logo, so the M''S logo, which I feel like is a good touch for this one.
A lot of people are liking this one.
That's my favorite one of the pack.
Nice.
That's my favorite one.
And then to add on to your thesis or your theory in regard to the serial number, so we got the SEA 00 2017 for the 40th anniversary patch, 1977 to 2017, and then in that metallic graphite up top where it says Seattle for the signature. But yeah, metallic green, metallic gold, metallic copper, full usage on this one. Black crown, black upper visor, flat stitch baddie on the back. Cool gray under visor, black on the sweatband, Hat Club tag on the inside, made in Bangladesh.
Yeah, that one's gonna have to come on with me. I'm gonna need that one.
It's going in my cart. That's for damn sure. Speaking of Colorado Springs, so up next is the Colorado Springs Millionaires. So the only minor league piece in this collection. Dollar signs, Colorado Springs. And if you guys can't see it, it does say CSM 001992 as far as the serial number.
1992 for Hat Club's establishment year.
Yes, sir.
Good Easter egg. That's a really good Easter egg, as a matter of fact. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't even realize that this was a minor league hat. I thought it was just they did the money symbol.
No, legit minor league team, baby.
Yeah.
Man.
And then this is metallic gold for the upper visor, and then of course not dark khaki, like camel colorway khaki as far as the upper visor, metallic gold as far as the button up on the top, flat stitch baddie on the back. This is one of the few that I'll actually have a retro green under visor, black sweatband, and of course Hat Club tag on the inside. Made in Bangladesh. I think I forgot to clarify that when I wrote the copy for the launch page that this is the only one that has a green under visor on it.
Very nice.
I love the metallic green on there. For some reason, if they would have had metallic green on the Batterman too, man.
Yeah, I kind of agree with that because then going with the darker forest green, like I'm not saying it detracts from it because there's obviously dark forest green in the interior for the side patch.
Yep.
But I agree. It would have popped out a little bit more.
Yeah, but not, you know what? I take that back, Ben, because I feel like that's more of a homage to the UV. So I feel like because you already have the metallics up front. So no, I'm not gonna question. I will not question Freddie's design. Freddie did great.
Space Hippie had a good question. He said, "Is there a little owl in the upper corner like the dollar bill?" Funny enough, we tried getting it that the interior sweatband had a section that looked up like a folded up 20.
Dang.
And it got denied by MLB. So
why? They just didn't like that?
I don't know.
Oh,
I don't know. I think it might have had to do with something with like the U.S. Treasury system or something. I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. But it looked really cool because it legit looked like you had like a folded up 20 stuck in your sweatband.
Man, that would have been rad.
Yeah.
Yeah, it reminds me of kind of like with the Speed Pack, where we had like the tire treads on the inside sweatband. I felt like those are like It's like those really small, tiny details that really tie the hook together. That would be dope.
Yep. Yep.
Stock is looking solid on these, so these will be in only online. None of the stores are going to be getting those, so I would say act fast if you're going to scoop one up, just in case. Next one for my top 3, Washington Senator script. Black crown, $ green as far as the upper visor and the button up top, and then of course metallic green for the stitching across the front, with of course that forest green for the outline around the Senators. And then 1962 All-Star Game. So WSA 01962 is the serial number on the side of that.
This one feels the most currency to me. Like it feels like a bill.
Yeah,
I agree with that.
I think it's maybe because of the cursive S before before the script on the front logo. I think that really does a lot to it as well.
I think it also might be the side patch too, with it having the Capitol building in there.
Yeah, true.
Okay. Now, if we could have gotten the dollar bill on that one, like even if no other one, if it was that one,
yeah,
game over. Game over.
That would have been great. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot, MLB.
yeah.
Angrily shakes fist.
There we go. Flat stitch baddie, of course, on the back. And another one where it's like, I would say, much like the Colorado Springs Millionaires, metallic green probably would have been a good color scheme to go on the inside of the Batterman logo on the back, but not the end of the world.
No, still a very solid every day.
What we got next? We are going Boston. So
My
Vegas
number
Gold for the
2.
crown. Seafoam is the colorway I like to say for this one, for the upper visor as well as the button. Metallic copper, metallic blue. On the outside, of course, the metallic copper B on the interior there. 2004 World Series, so BOS 002004 for the serial number, and then the Boston Red Sox signature right above the World Series patch.
This
That's
one's
my
growing
number
on
2.
me. This one's growing on me. You see your number 2, Austin?
Yep.
I think what I like the most is a subtle detail. It's like most bills now have that slight tint of blue on them now for like anti-counterfeiting purposes. So I think that's what I like the most about that front logo.
I didn't
Yeah.
even think about that.
That kind of just synaptically kind of, because B for Benjamin, and I think mostly Benjamins or like $100 bills have that. I think, well, no,
Yeah.
most bills I think now have it. I think
That's
50s to
honestly
100s.
probably the tie that Freddie did. That's a good call. It's a good call. I'm not rich enough to have $100 bills in my pockets.
Hey, you know what? Come to Vegas with me some weekend, and you'll have $100 just sweating out of your pocket.
Yeah, shouts out to Space Hippie. He also had a really good observation on the Senators. He said the S kind of looked a little bit like a treble clef. I could see that too.
Oh yeah,
I could definitely see that too.
yeah.
That's really nice. Yeah.
See, because Space Hippie's a teacher, he knows all these nerdy things about, height and stuff like that. I know this is your favorite, Austin. So navy blue crown. What? Oh, I thought Austin like smashed his camera in like excitement.
Sorry, I was.
No, you're good. Seafoam for the upper visor, seafoam for the button up top. Optic white. Actually, no, more of an off-white for the NY logo. Metallic royal blue for the outline there. 2015 World Series, which I think was a really interesting choice, but NYM 002015 for the serial number on the back. I love this color scheme. As I was saying a little while ago about how much I like navy blue. But yeah, from a color perspective, this one definitely top 3 for me.
Yeah, I was been trying to be good with my finances, but there's too many things clicking for me on this one.
Wait, you're talking about finances as we're talking about a collection called the Cash Pack?
Yeah. I went to that World Series.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah, I went to that World Series. This is probably going to fall into my top 10 hats of the year. Like, I really think that.
And it's only January 10th.
And it's only January 10th.
Yeah, I think for me, I think like you said, Ben, I think it's that bone type of like off-white color, and then again that trim with the blue. Like I said, I really think that Freddie did like a real masterful job of like for each of the colorways kind of inserting different little Easter eggs of just money into it. As like I think, like I said, the Boston's kind of growing on me. The Mets is also kind of growing on me too. For me right now, definitely the Mariners is top, but this Mets might be my second favorite.
Yeah.
Um, I'll go flog myself later for saying a Mets team hat is good because for obvious reasons. Still chop on
Mhm.
down here in Atlanta, but
I will say the way Chatton's like hyping this one up, it's either their favorite or it's in their top two at least.
hmm
Sub Diego 619 saying big shout out to Andy Chavez. I agree with that.
Celestino, it is a navy crown. It is not
Yes.
black.
So, and that was kind of one of the
really,
reasons why I wore black is because now you can see the color difference between the two.
Yep.
I honestly thought that was black. So that
Nope.
is navy.
It is navy.
Navy
Yes.
blue, baby.
I think it is
Mm,
dark navy, the official new era colorway.
Very.
okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Because there
And
is
then
a difference
go ahead.
between navy and dark navy.
Mm, fair enough. Fair enough.
And then the last one we got here, LA Dodgers. So there is a brief little
Mm,
color difference between the shades of seafoam between the crown and the upper
mm,
visor. I'm trying to get the angle right. I feel like I got it because the upper
you
visor
can see it.
button are the same color and the crown is a little bit darker.
Good sneaky two tone action.
That's my third spot.
Oh no, Teferi.
Nope. We lost him.
We'll
He's
get him
in the
back.
void.
But yeah, that same kind of like hint of bone colorway for the interior of the LA logo, metallic green for the outline. 100-year anniversary of the Dodgers organization. So going back to the old Brooklyn Robins and even before that days. Serial number on this one is going to be LAD 1990. Sorry. I had to make sure it wasn't one. I had to make sure it wasn't 1890.
Mm-hmm.
Mm,
And then a flat stitch baddie on the back in baby blue. I feel like this one, yeah, once again, like it's got to be kind of like an offsetting color, in my opinion. But Freddie is a genius with color, so I can't knock it.
Yep.
But yeah, classic gray under visor, black on the sweatband, Hat Club tag on the inside, main in Bangladesh.
It's a beauty. It's my third one.
So I'll let you start, Teferi. What's your top three for this pack? Uh-oh.
Tef, you there? Oh, he looks like he's figuring it out. So Ben, how about you give your top three?
I'll do mine. In no particular order, I got them set aside. So New York Mets 2015 World Series. Number 2, Washington Senators 1962 All-Star Game. And then last but not least, Seattle Mariners. Primary logo from the Eddies, 40th anniversary for the side patch. I can't remember who it was that said if this one came in a two-tone, they'd like a little bit better. I kind of agree with you on that.
Yep. Green top visor. I think I would have snuck into my third spot.
Nice. What you got, Austin?
LA at my number 3.
Okay.
Boston at number 2, and Mets at number 1.
Bostonius again. And Mets on the Uno.
tough.
Teferi, what you got for your top 3? Uh-oh. Can you hear us, Teferi?
Tef.
Tef!
Technical difficulties on Tef's side.
Oh, Aaron.
Can you hear us, Tef?
I don't know.
Oh no.
There we go.
All right. We'll get him back here in a sec. But anyway, once again, these are dropping. I got 2 more on the floor. Sorry. All these are dropping tomorrow, as in Thursday, 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern. Hackclub.com, Hackclub app. These will not be available in stores, so scoop them up while you can. Teferi, can you hear us?
I can hear you now. I don't
Hey,
know
there we
why.
go.
Yeah.
No, you're good. What's your top 3 of this collection?
Top three. Definitely now seeing them in hand. I gotta say these Mariners is definitely gonna be still my number one right now. Um,
Boom.
num- Number two, again, forgive me, Braves faithful. I'm gonna have to say the Mets right now for me is number two. And I'm gonna surprise people with my number three. I think I'm gonna go Boston number three. I
All
think
right.
it's just something about that, like that color. It's something about like when you have contrast like that. Vegas gold on the seafoam. I think it's tough. You have a all copper B for the front square B, and then the outline of the blue. I think you can do a lot with that. I think that's a hat that gets people like paying attention. Like, man, that's a dope hat. Like, where you get that from?
Agreed.
Mm-hmm.
Agreed.
It's Brayden. Aaron, be nice. We have had
Uh-oh.
a sucky free agency. So you know what, that comment might be slightly warranted.
Aaron Luke, you jerk. Stock wise, it's good. But there's a reason why they're only online. There weren't enough to go around to stores, so
Hmm.
kind of take what you will with that. So,
Hmm.
for an online supply, it's pretty solid. So, I would
Yeah,
say still just try to be fast about it if you're going to scoop one up.
yeah.
All right. Moving into Friday, Color Story Part 2. So, Part 1, of course, was navy and maroon for the two-tone. The Color Story name doesn't really have a connecting point, so it's not like there's a grand theme other than just Color Story. So moving on to the next colorway. I'll start with this one because I know the photo of this one was posted earlier. So all lavender, teal upper visors, teal buttons. Of course, we got the Musclebird Toronto Blue Jays to kick things off with the 30th anniversary side patch. So a combination of the lavender, metallic gold, a little bit of metallic copper, teal, different shades of electric blue in there as well. Flat stitch batting on the back is money. Metallic copper, lavender, and teal. And then all these are going to have classic gray under visors, black sweatbands, and every single one of these is going to be made in China.
Hmm.
That's got to be my favorite. I think of that colorway right there. I think
It's why I had to start with this one because it's just
it's
like
got to be my
detail
favorite.
wise for that muscle bird is just so amazing.
Yeah, that.
Sneaky. I think you could probably pair these with the Space Jam 11s.
Ooh.
Yeah, you could. I'm thinking either those, even the turbo greens. I think that's the first one that came to mind. Turbo green ones.
Hmm.
And I say even I want to even say the DJ Khaled fives, not the peach ones, but the other ones. I think
Yep.
it had kind of had like that lavender upper.
Yeah.
That,
Hmm.
that's a
The
shoe. I
purple
think this
stuff.
shoe is actually made for that hat.
Yep. I actually saw those DJ Khaled fives at the outlets, which was crazy.
Really? Well,
Yeah, there was only like two of them, but they were like
mm,
obscure sizes. It was like a 13 and like a size 6. So I was like,
that
all right.
gotta love
Kobe,
Nike.
not Kobe. This is the Color Story Part 2. So this is going to be dropping on Friday.
Hmm.
I think at 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern. Austin, if you want to double check that for me, because it might also drop at a random time.
I believe it is. Yeah.
Random time?
No, I believe it's 11 a.m.
Okay, 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern. Hatclub.com, Hat Club app. And then I know the NoHo store and the LA store got a couple teams for these. I haven't seen any other store get any yet, but anyway. Moving on to the next team, Tampa Bay Rays. So full script, jersey script for the Rays. The teal, electric blue, and metallic copper, of course, on the outline there. 25th anniversary of the Tampa Bay Rays organization for the side patch. Flat stitch baddie on the back. Cool gray undervisor, black on the sweatband. Made in China.
Yes,
It
yes,
works with that hat.
It
Works with
does.
that
yeah.
hat for sure.
Somebody I just saw it. Somebody just said, "Oh, best of AZ, given vibes like the Sugar Shack collection." I agree with that. I also agree
Mhm.
with
Aaron, yeah.
yeah. And somebody pointed out Lavender Fields from a couple years ago.
Here,
Like this is kind of like a new take on it.
I
And
think I have that. Let me see if I can
Yeah,
pull
I
that.
think if you pick up this one now, you won't be disappointed in April when you can wear it heavily. So
that's a good point.
yeah.
Seattle Mariners up next. And I know Austin, you have said multiple times this is your favorite Mariners logo for the
Yep.
logo on the front. So yep, there it is. The current on-field logo for the Mariners, S logo with the compass on the inside. So metallic gold and teal, a little bit of lavender there on the interior as well. Last year's All-Star game, so 2023 for the side patch.
I love the way that patch came out.
I know.
Yeah, that patch is. I feel like there's a couple of hats now. I think even the Great Outdoors Seattle that dropped, I think, was a few weeks back. They swapped out that patch for that one on there. I like
Yeah.
it. Yep. For those speaking of Seattle, got the
Yeah, I have
lavender
that hat
fields.
too. Yep.
Yep.
Boom. Up next, of course, Arizona Diamondbacks. So if you want to go with kind of for the most part, their actual colorway, obviously a little bit lighter in the shade because of the lavender as opposed to the darker purple, like in their early days between 98 and I think it was what, 03, 04 when they switched to the brick red. But yeah, jersey script for the front, metallic copper, 2001 World Series.
We did not show the Dodgers one yet, Adrian.
I got it in my hand, though.
We did
Yeah,
this.
I love the team selection that they chose for this pack.
Yeah. We did that front logo and side combination with the HBO movie pack, didn't we, as well, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Good
Okay.
call.
Or excuse me. No, movie pack. No, not
Best of AZ, thank you. 2007 is when the Diamondbacks went to the brick red. Cleveland Guardians up next. So alternate logo for the front.
wow.
And progressive
Beauty.
field for the side patch. Not bad.
That is a beauty.
This is probably one of the rare times I would say that I like the patch. I like the front logo. I would have really liked this as a plain Jane. I don't know if I'm the only one, but I feel like as a plain Jane, that this would have been spectacular.
Before we started the show, I've been thinking about, the collection of hats that I'm like kind of slowly putting together. And it's just like, realistically, it's like, do I want to add patches to the side or do I feel like, maybe going plain Jane might be the route to go in 2024?
Throw in a plain Jane or two, Ben.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's not a bad idea.
Yeah, the patches. Yeah, I agree with Kobe. The patch is very nice. I think it's just that front logo with the copper on the wings. It's just like I feel like that speaks for itself.
Mm-hmm. And then this is the last one. So Los Angeles Dodgers script. I know somebody was asking about that for sure.
Wow.
So electric blue on the interior there for the Los Angeles script, metallic copper on the outline. 40th anniversary of the Dodgers organization from their move from Brooklyn to Los Angeles on the side patch. Great use of color there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a busy side patch.
Yeah, I like it a lot. I like that a lot.
And then that's it. That's the wrap up for the two-tone color story for lavender and teal. There are going to be some variety packs dropping on Friday as well. Elk Dot, great call out in regard to the color scheme there, which might prompt me to actually buy one or two because I need more hats in that colorway. So I'll run through these really quick because it's variety pack, and so these are going to drop randomly on Friday morning. This one is probably one of the ones to point out just because it's the first hat that we're dropping with the 2024 All-Star game for the Texas Rangers. So think of it as their alternate hat. So baby blue crown, red button, red upper visor, that 2024 All-Star game patch on the side. Black sweatband, cool gray under visor, made in China.
Reminds me of the cool fashion crowns a while back. Yeah,
It does. And then
oh,
Lost Ben.
he'll come back.
Houston optic white crown, navy blue upper visor button. Looks like it's going to be a retro green under visor, metallic silver, a bit of red in there. For any of you guys who are fans of that colorway, I kind of am, so I might have to scoop this one up because
Yeah, I think there's a few things you compare that with, Ben.
Several.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe a Steve Francis.
Yeah, probably a good one.
Yep.
Oh man. And then this one, god damn it.
I like it. I haven't had a good rail hat in a while, and this is one of them.
I don't have any room on my wall anymore, John. What are you doing? But Colorado Rockies, this is the City Edition logo for the front. A little bit darker than Cargandy or the maroon like did for the two-tone color story pack the other day. But 30th anniversary for the Rockies on the side patch.
Yeah, I think the Colorado City Connect logo, I think that's probably one of my favorite ones right now.
We're 10 days in the year, and I'm going to blow a lot of employee discounts like in the first 2 weeks. Like, what the hell?
Ben, can you go over the side patch again? You were running at 10x speed when it came through.
Yep, sorry. 30th anniversary for the side patch there.
Okay, dope. Yeah, it looks nice. I like that hat a lot.
This one, if you were at the Tipping Point pop-up event, we only had a couple of these by accident. but this one's dropping on Friday. So this is one of the Space City hats for the Houston Astros that we unveiled. The side patch, of course, is the lunar module, all metallic gold for the side patch there. But yeah, Space City logo for the front, and of course, Space City for the instead of the Batterman logo on the back. Cool gray undervisor, black sweatband.
Wonder if Space Hippie will be picking that one up.
Ooh.
If the aliens don't
Oh,
get
and there it
too
is. Yeah, that's made for me. Yeah, good call.
And last but not least for Teferi here. So this is a darker maroon version. So like I would say like maybe a newer version of a Merlot hat per se. Or you know, if you're a fan of college football, somebody just stepped down as head coach of their football team that kind of matches with this colorway and the logo on the front. But Atlanta Braves 30th anniversary for the side patch. So optic white, bit of metallic copper in the side patch there, as you guys can tell, and cool gray and black on the sweatband, made in China.
Kind of ironically enough, that kind of reminds me of the Morehouse Tigers, which was a school down here in the AUC. So I don't know if that was the hook, but I mean it easily could be with that maroon and white. I could see that.
It definitely works with that as well. And I think that's gonna wrap it up for Friday because my next slide is gonna be Monday, so I'm gonna shut it down again here for 1 sec. Or actually no, because the next wave of hats I have to show is for Tuesday, so I'll go through the Monday variety pack real quick. Sorry guys. Another Houston Astros Space City. So this is the other color variation that we did have available at the Tipping Point pop-up event we did in Houston.
I think I like that one more.
It's a good color scheme. Purple undervisor on this one, black on the sweatband, flat stitch baddie, made in China. Philadelphia Phillies with Austin's favorite side patch, the 100-year anniversary.
Poop patch coming in hot.
This one originally dropped at Noho like early last year, and we found some more in the warehouse, so it's going on the website on Monday.
Oh, we lost Ben.
Friday, same shade of maroon for the Teferi at Dodger Stadium for the side patch, so a bit of electric green and yellow gold for the side patch there. Flat.
It's a good looking hat.
Yeah, kind of reminds me of the Atlanta we just saw.
Back on the sweatband, made in China. Oh yeah.
Ben, chill out for like 2 seconds.
What was that?
Chill out for like 2 seconds. You keep cutting in and out, and it keeps like we don't hear your audio. So yeah, and now he's frozen with hands up.
No, you guys finally like it froze on my side, so
okay.
All right, yeah, go through elaborating on this hat a little bit more.
So this is a Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs. I can't remember what the the modification or like the specific name for this one is, but that's a dog logo on the front.
Yeah, that's a dog that I don't think's getting adopted.
Yeah, because I was like, when you said Iron Pig, I was like, but that's a dog. But I was like, I was trying to make it make sense.
Kind of looks like Darth Vader.
Kind of does. Hold on 1 second. Let me bring up the actual name. Unless somebody's got it in the chat there that I'm not seeing it.
I think chat stumped on this one too.
Thankfully, I have it really available. It was it's the Iron Mutts. The Iron
Mutts.
Okay.
Right.
I was like, if we're calling dogs pigs now, I'm like,
man. But it's gonna it's actually a raised Batterman logo on the back as opposed to flat stitch. And I'm thinking it's gonna be a black undervisor because it is actually an on-field hat.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
And a black sweatband.
Yep.
Washington Nationals up next, so that's going to be Cardinal for the upper visor and button up top, black crown, RFK Stadium for the side patch, white, and of course Cardinal for the outline on the W logo on the front.
It's a beauty.
Yellow, gold, black, Cardinal for the flat stitch Batterman logo in the back, retro green undervisor, black sweatband. And that'll do it for that. So those are dropping on Monday. Somehow the other two hats, there's actually an Oakland A's hat and another hat that's dropping as well, was not loaded into my photo files for some reason. So Monday. Anyway, Moving on to Tuesday. So this is going to be Color Story Part 3. This is going to be the olive green and black two tones and black and olive green two tones. So 2 different variations, 4 different teams, of course. Tuesday, 11 o'clock Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern. Here is number 1.
Yeah, that's the one. I don't. I don't. That's the one. Wow.
It's
Is
dope.
that metallic copper around the metallic gold?
Yes,
Yep.
it is.
That's sick.
But yeah,
I'm
these
not
4
saving any money.
These 4 I'm about to rattle off are going to be black crown, olive green button and upper visors. And it should be pointed out that these are actually 100% cotton, not polyester. So the way to feel this one, it's a canvas material. So think of the Monaco collection we dropped in 2022. That same type of feel to it. Very
Mm.
lightweight, but it's very durable.
These China bin.
These are China, yes.
Okay.
But
Okay.
then, yep, Astro Dome. So metallic gold and metallic copper for the side patch there. Flat stitch baddie on the back, cool gray under visor, black on the sweatband, and yes, 100% cotton canvas, made in China. So that's number 1.
Yeah, so it's not poly, folks. It's a little bit different texture, but still a very nice crown.
Mm-hmm.
Number 2, Seattle Mariners compass logo. So
I dig it.
maroon and teal. Teal or maroon, of course, on the interior there with the metallic gold for the compass logo. But 30th anniversary for the Seattle Mariners for the side patch.
I like that.
Boom.
Yeah, and if you have so you have AB in chat saying these right here, so he's seen them in hand. So if he's praising them, you know they're good.
Very good. Anybody a White Sox fan? Because I like this.
Wow.
That is nice.
See, I AB. I think I want to say. I think I've seen this one in AB, and I was just like, I don't know. But now I'm seeing it in the light, and I'm like, wow, okay, I was wrong. I can admit that. This is clean.
I like this over the Astros, if I'm being honest.
The White Sox one?
Yep. The Astros makes more sense if you want to pair them to a very specific shoe, but that White Sox is nice.
Just wait till you see the last one.
That's
Oh
clean.
boy. Is it a
Last
Metsy?
one's my favorite.
Metsy?
And if you guys who don't know, this specific White Sox logo is the jersey, like the chest patch alternate logo. So like the black jersey. So that's why it has the outline around it, as opposed to the on-field style for the hat, which is just singular in color. So
very nice.
All right. Clean. And then somebody was asking, hey, got a San Diego Padres hat anywhere? As a matter of fact, we do. Bam.
Oh wow, that is nice.
And the usage of a patch that we never used before, the 1969 to 1999 30th anniversary of National League, or the Padres being in the National League and being an organization.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So, yeah, something about front logos where they use like 2 different metallic styles of threading just hits every time. That's clean. That's a very clean crown. I like that.
I hate how much I like this hat. And then of course, flat stitch baddie on the back, gray under visor, black on the sweatband, made in China. So these 4, Tuesday, 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern, hackclub.com, Hack Club app, Noho and the LA store are getting some of these. So these 4, black and olive green. But then we have the inverse, of course. So olive crowns, black upper visor, starting with the Arizona Diamondbacks.
Wow.
That might be my number 2. That's something about that purple against the olive with all, man, that's tough.
Yeah. Man,
those are nice.
A lot of metallics going on in here.
Yeah. Now, Ben, are
the cotton canvas crown works perfectly as well.
Yeah. And that was actually what I was just about to ask. Both of these are cotton, right, Ben?
Both these are cotton, yes.
Okay.
But yeah, I think it should be noted, and that's why I kept pointing back to the Monaco collection. The cotton canvas is completely different than just say a cotton hat, because a cotton hat would be relatively thin, probably get messed up a bit, but a cotton canvas is very if you've ever touched a canvas like a painting canvas, it's a
Mhm.
little bit, grainier. And I don't mean
Yeah.
that in a bad way. I just mean it's like the durability aspect of it. So I really like it.
Yeah.
Ooh, Mr. Walker. I think Philly's P logo would look dope in this colorway.
It would.
It would. I wish there was one. Damn it. Next up is going to be Toronto Blue Jays. So going back to the
Pretty
1970s
sick.
to early 90s variation with the 10th anniversary
Wow.
patch on the side.
That side patch is crazy.
That's pretty sick. Yeah, usually that's not my favorite Blue Jays logo, but that is pretty sick.
Whoppy 10. I would highly recommend actually just sticking with your size because unlike cotton, which would like just regular cotton, which would typically, shrink over time, the canvas actually retains its size pretty well. Like the Monaco one I have, like still fits perfectly.
Yep.
And I'm a 7.5, and that one's a 7.5. So I wouldn't recommend like going up or down your size.
Yeah,
Just stick with what you normally wear.
it's true to size for the cotton for sure.
Would it be safe to say, Ben, that cotton canvas is probably as close as you can get to poly outside of the poly material?
Yeah,
Or
I
is
would
there?
actually agree with that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, actually, I mean, from a feel perspective, yes, because like I wouldn't compare it to wool because wool is very dense
Hmm.
and it's much grainier than the cotton canvas is.
Yeah.
So, and
To
especially
me,
with a wool hat, you're gonna get that shrinking like in no time.
the cotton canvas just is just a little bit more durable than the poly.
Yes,
Yeah. Okay.
So it's easier to clean. It can take a beating too. So yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
looking at G. Laurent's comment right now where he says a San Francisco script with collar metallic would go nuts with this hat. Interesting. LA Dodgers up next. So
That's
maroon
nice.
metallic gold interior 1981 World Series for the side patch.
That's a nice hat.
Yeah. I really like the color blocking on the olive. I really think that that's like the maroons and the teals and everything like that really pop. I like that.
Grandy, black on sweatband. Sorry, my middle finger went up there. Didn't mean to. I wasn't trying to flip anybody off there. I swear to God. But going back to Gia Laurent's comment, I hope this is good enough for you.
Pretty spot on there.
Yeah.
Wow.
Mind reader.
So maroon
Wow.
interior, metallic gold for the outskirts there. This is the last of the four. 60th anniversary for the side patch.
Wow. Yep, that's number 3. That's number 3 for me.
Yeah. I hate to admit it because I have to be anti San Francisco and everything, being an Oakland kid, but you know what? I can admit when something's kind of classy.
Yeah, Ben, if I'm able to admit when there's a nice Yankees hat, you can admit when there's a nice Giants hat.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, these are gonna drop all 8 of these. So 4 each in each colorway. Tuesday, 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern, hackclub.com, Hackclub app. And then, like I said, 2 of each colorway went to NoHo, 2 of each colorway went to Los Angeles. If I remember correctly, NoHo and Los Angeles both got the San Francisco script. The Black Astros, LA obviously got the Dodgers. They might have both gotten the Dodgers. I think they got the same teams. Yeah. Camera with the other one.
Dope.
Yeah.
But yeah, that kind of wraps things up as far as in-hand shots or in-hand pieces and stuff like that. So pretty solid. Like next couple days I got, and especially kicking off the year.
Yeah.
What's your
Starting
top
off
3?
hot.
Yeah, what's your top 3, Austin, of those two colorways?
Ooh.
Well, I'll make it easier. Top 5, since
Yeah.
there's a few.
I think one spot has got to be the socks. Yeah, one spot's the socks. 2, I think, is the D-backs. 3, I think, would be Dodgers.
Okay.
And then maybe Seattle or the Astros in the 4th spot.
I'll show them both.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Why not?
I just like the way that Seattle came out.
Yeah.
It works really well with the maroon and the gold. So
What about you, Ben?
So my number 3 is going to be the San Francisco, and I'm also showing off for Adrian CR21111 who asked to see it. So, and so did
Mhm.
Pilo 41510. That's my number 3. My number 2 is going to be the it's kind of a tie. So Houston Astros and the Chicago White Sox. But my number 1, of course, is going to be the San Diego Padres.
Yeah, the Padres is a dope one. I like
Yeah.
Liam's comment. We're saving on shipping this week.
100%. Kobe, not Kobe. Actually, that's a really interesting point. Saying that the Astros is like a horror pack 2.0.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think initially when I saw the black with the olive, I immediately thought Indians. I think I immediately thought that,
Mhm.
but no, that's such a thing.
Best
Yeah,
of AZ, the D-backs logo is a normal size. Yep.
I think realistically, anybody who missed out on that Cleveland Indians horror pack, dude, it's the same color scheme. Like, and
Yeah.
especially for the olive crown with the black, because all of them have that simple shade of maroon on the inside. Boom,
Mhm.
you're all set right there. If you want that color scheme, you got it matched up.
Agreed.
Yeah, listen, I said I was
Agreed.
gonna
Kobe,
say
not
money
Mike
Kobe.
this
East
month.
will not
I'm
agree
giving
with
you
you there,
credit for
Ben.
that one, brother.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you know what? I said I was gonna save money this month. I'm not saving money this month. I'm not saving any.
Yes, the variety packs that drop on Friday and Monday will be at a random time, typically like earlier in the morning. So yeah. But the Friday color story, 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern Friday. So that's the lavender teal, olive, black combination, Tuesday, 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern, hackclub.com, Hack Club app.
Mm.
Next up, Noho. We got drops happening there this Saturday. And first,
Real pick a NoHo you got there.
I I scoured the interwebs to find something, and it's obviously an out of date photo, but I don't care. It
Yes.
works. So this one, this is actually a Glow My Gods hat that just randomly
Mm.
showed up.
Really?
Mm.
Houston Astro script with the Astrodome patch on the side, and yes, the white threading on the interior of the Houston as well as the side patch is glow in the dark.
Wasn't there a Houston that was in that pack initially? That was the Minute Maid
Yes, it
Stadium
was.
patch. Okay. So this is the alternate.
Oh yeah.
I think I don't know. Maybe Chad has different feelings. I think I like this one for like color blocking wise, but I think I like the Minute Maid just for patch size or
Okay.
the size of the patch to
That's
me.
fair. That's fair assessment.
I can get on board with that.
Hmm.
I can totally get on board with that. Am I back? I know I froze
Yes,
for a hot
you're
second.
good.
Yeah.
Cool. Next up, we've got this beautiful navy blue and darker cardinal. It's not
Mm.
maroon like the the two-tone color story we did a couple days ago. But this is a kind of a variety pack, a NoHo exclusive unto itself. So 80s logo, San Francisco Giants logo in the front, white interior, yellow gold for the exterior, 25th anniversary side patch. Underbill on this one is going to be retro Kelly green.
Hmm. I like this.
It's still funny to me that a hat like this goes to New York and it's not going to Great Mall.
Yeah,
Oh,
that is hilarious.
I don't know why I find that so funny. So,
hmm.
number 3 is the updated version of the Taxi collection for the New York Yankees, and yes, has a legitimate New York City. What is I'm trying to remember, it's something limousine commission, but it is an actual taxi logo for the side
Hmm.
patch. I'll kind of
Just did
zoom out a
this
little
one,
bit
right?
more. What's that?
Just did this one.
This is 100% Justin on this one.
Yeah.
So
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I was like, that's clean. I like that. I think it's more because I think the taxi collection initially was a little bit of a lighter yellow, so I like the fact that this is more of like a taxi yellow.
I agree. And this is not the only one that NoHo is getting. This is the only one that's just dropping this weekend.
Mm.
Wink, wink. Next up is going to be the Brooklyn Dodgers Prospect Park side patch. I've been to Prospect Park. It is a beautiful, beautiful park.
Yeah.
Oh, we lost.
So
we
same
lost
with the
Ben
color
there.
scheme on this one. It's the exact.
We
got
lost
back,
you
my
there.
bad.
Damn it. I was going hard. What was the last thing you heard?
Prospect Park. First,
It's a
first
beautiful
time you
place.
said it.
Beautiful place. It's not too far from Rucker Park in Harlem, which also, if you guys didn't know this, across the street from Rucker Park is where the Polo Grounds used to be, where the New York Giants used to play. So a lot of baseball history in that specific area. But Prospect Park is where specifically Jackie Robinson Park is. So hence the Brooklyn Dodgers hat. So if I'm not mistaken, it off-white for the crown, metallic copper for the B logo, forest green upper visor, cool gray under visor, forest green for the button, and New York City Parks and Recreation as far as the color scheme for the Prospect Park patch on the side.
That's a clean crown. I like that. I like that a lot.
Same. I kind of hate the fact that I'm not going to be in New York for this one.
It is very nice. I do like it a lot.
And then the last but not least, this is technically a Lost Rushmore hat from a couple years ago that finally just arrived. So black crown, blacked out KC logo with the metallic gold crown. So this goes back to the spring training logo from a few years back. Black upper visor, black button, 2012 All-Star Game patch on the side in a combination of icy blue and pink. This one is a pink bottom. Sadly, you just don't have a photo of the bottom of it, but it is a pink bottom. And yeah, these are the hats that are going to be dropping at Noho this weekend.
Yeah, so a little backstory behind that. So Justin was supposed to have some Rushmores that dropped alongside a Rushmore drop, and this was one of his designs. So
I wonder what made him go with the blacked out KC instead of like a white KC. I wonder what.
I
I
don't
wonder
know. It's
what
a
was the
very good
thought process
question.
behind that. Still a very clean crown. I like that.
Yeah. I was reading somebody's comment there right there. I Carrion says the Royals is giving him gold digger vibes, which actually I kind of agree with that.
Yeah, I mean, I can see that. You got blue, you got pink. So there's some stuff there. I could see a case being made
Yeah.
for a hook somewhere in there.
And then of course LA, much better photo of a current photo for LA store. Dropping this week is going to be first up the Pittsburgh Pirates script.
Oh,
With the 1959 All-Star Game for the side patch. So black crown, red upper visor, green under visor, white with metallic red on the outskirts, script logo on the front.
Yeah, I like it. Patch is a little
like
bit
that.
too big for me, but other than that, I think it's a dope hat.
Naked, this is part of the Beverly Hills Hotel pack that was put together. This one, the Beverly Hills pack is going to be Beverly Hills Hotel pack is going to be stretched out all throughout January. So this is one of the pieces. Houston Astros script, 58th anniversary for the side patch. So black crown, forest green button, forest green upper visor, cool gray under visor, white sweatband. If you guys can't tell by the thumb, it's definitely a white sweatband.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah. Ooh, all right.
Script. So the old 7 script in yellow gold, white outline, forest green crown, button, upper visor, 25th anniversary for the side patch, cool gray under visor.
Are these Freddie, Ben?
They are.
They are.
Interesting.
Let's see. What do we got next? Oh, Chicago White Sox as well.
I like this one a lot.
That's nice. I like that.
Oh,
one.
sorry. My bad. This is the Cubs, not the White Sox. But every time I see this goddamn script logo, I keep thinking it's a White Sox hat because they're a classier organization. I totally forgot because I bought the navy blue version when we did SneakerCon out in Chicago.
Yeah.
And in my head, I keep thinking it's a White Sox hat, but no, it's a Cubs hat given away by the Wrigley Field side patch there. So
yeah,
good color scheme on it, regardless.
is that a great? Ooh.
Oh yeah. Hold on, I'll go back to this one sec. So yeah, this one is going to be a gray under visor and a white sweatband there. But I wanted to save this one for last for you. So black two-tone, so black crown, graphite button, 1999 World Series Atlanta Braves. And yes, this is a pink under visor.
Man, it if it weren't for the fact that 99s for Braves were loser patches, like man, but this ad is like insane. Like
It's nice.
I think the black and the graphite work really well together, and then that's a
Yeah.
gold outline around the A.
Yep.
Yeah, and then you got the pink and the logo to go with the pink. Yeah, yeah. I may have to catch a flight.
I was gonna say, hopefully you got a friend who's like helping you out with this one.
Yeah, that one's gonna have to come home. I need that.
Nice. Oh, that was weird. I echoed there for a second. Go back to normal screen.
Exactly,
And that was
Liam.
it. So yeah, that's the full slate for this week, and obviously early into for next Tuesday. The news that I promised you guys for sticking around that I would tell you, I forgot to grab a photo of it. There is the blue and black two-tone pink under visor San Francisco Giant script hat that I believe John posted a few days ago on his Instagram account. I'm not going to give you a date, but all I'm going to say is if you're not following the Great Mall Instagram account, I highly recommend doing that right now because they will be announcing the day it's going to drop. And you bet your balls that I will be there for that drop. Maintaining order.
Hell yeah.
Ben the Heavy.
That's right.
Outside.
No, shout out to Raw Fitteds on that one. He is one of the employees at the Great Mall store. He put that one together. Actually, a good chunk of time ago. It just finally came in. So yeah. Oh, there he is in the comments. What's up, brother?
Oh, he's here. Welcome. Perfect timing.
Oh, so I think I Carry On said so no online on the blue San Francisco.
I mean, I didn't say it wasn't dropping online.
So
But he also didn't say that it was.
It's true.
Chat, I would just say if you got those noties on your Hat Club app, I would highly recommend turning them on.
Let me double check something real quick. You know what? Maybe we can do an invoice giveaway toward the end of the month.
Ooh.
What's your thought about that?
I approve it.
I like that a lot. So what are we just gonna do random, or is there gonna be like a challenge involved?
Oh, there's gonna be some.
There's always some Q&A. Yeah, we got some Q&A that we do.
Yeah,
so usually it's
family
Mr.
double
Walker.
dares. You're gonna be going down like tongue slides into slime and shit. Gotta grab the red flag.
Yeah, usually Mr. Walker scoops up the first one no matter what because the guy is like he needs to be on Jeopardy. It's unbelievable. So,
wait, who's this?
Mr. Walker.
Oh yeah, dude, Mr. Walker is like a savant.
A walking Britannica.
Oh, I'll type it in as far as what the Hack Club Great Mall's Instagram account is.
I think it's Hack Club GM.
It is Hack Club GM. There you go, guys.
Yep.
Shouts out to Austin. You said Mr. Walker needed to be on Jeopardy. If there was a Hack Club Jeopardy, Austin, I'm picking you. I'm nominating you. you and Ben are, as a team, are unstoppable.
Yeah,
we're gonna have to do that sometime.
I've talked about before trying to get something for like Stump the. I don't know, Tef, you might not remember this show. Ben and I might be dating ourselves by saying this, but Stump the Schwab. Do you remember that show?
No, I have.
Oh, it was this guy
I thought
that
you were going to say Stump the Chump, and I was like, oh, I mean, I've heard that expression, but I've never.
No, Stump the Schwab, and it was. Was it on ESPN?
It was on ESPN2. Oh, no, it was on it was on ESPN2 for a bit, then it went to ESPN Classic.
Yeah. But it was this guy that just knew the most random, ridiculous sports knowledge. And I feel like Ben would have given him a run for his money.
I would have done okay.
Yeah, that Hornet, that whoever said the Hornets like as a hook for that crown was like spot on. That's actually a really, really good. That's a really good story.
I'm gonna have to hit the closet here in a second to like do some comparisons just to make sure.
I think you can, even if it's not all the colors are not spot on. I think you're in the ballpark. I don't think you
Absolutely.
go wrong with a retro Hornets jersey.
Actually, no, it's funny. Ugly Man Chief, you said it gives you jazz vibes. The one that I didn't even think about was, we did a similar color collection like this back in 2020.
Mm.
Because we did the shirt as well. It was the one with the mountain on it. It was the oh my god, I named the goddamn collection. I can't remember what the hell it's called. Oh no, that was the original Northern Lights. My bad.
Mm. Because because the pack that just released was the 2.0. Okay, I wasn't like familiar with the 1.0. I think that was probably before I was really tapped in.
It was, I want to say it was like October of 2020. I mean, it
Mm.
was, we dropped them, they were gone, and they never came back.
Mm.
Man, I completely spaced on that.
Wow.
Oh, my
Let me,
light totally died behind me. Yes.
Oh,
It's
let
got an
me
hour lifespan. I don't know why.
and it's also Vancouver Grizzly vibes. I can see that too. I think it's missing the like that slight red and brown, but I could see that. I could definitely see that.
No, the collection that we dropped that always seems to come up as far as one that we need to redo
Hmm.
is the Emerald Bay. That one's 100% old school Vancouver Grizzly vibes.
Mm.
Oh yeah. Yep.
I feel
Ben,
like
we keep talking about Emerald Bay, but I don't know, man.
think the people are ready for a 2.0,
I just
or
want the OGs back.
you want the OGs
So do
back.
I.
Yeah. It's
Somebody
a small
somewhere.
restock. Doesn't have to be anything big.
It could be like the campfires where it drops, and if you know, you know. If you get lucky, you get lucky.
Yeah. Yeah, that was more like they found a random box in the warehouse that had been sitting up on a shelf for 2 years. So
Mm.
No, it's funny because it was like a month and a half ago. Like David Kearns found the Block S logo Emerald Bay. I think it was on Grailed, if I'm not mistaken. And he got it
Mm.
for like $50. And it was like, dude,
whoa.
it's not a bad price at all.
No, that's not at all.
Not at all. I feel like I've seen some like 2020 crowns on Grail not too long ago for pretty reasonable prices, like maybe like low hundreds, maybe 90 or 80 if it's like decently used, but I've seen a few.
Man,
Yeah, there's a Rangers one on there right now for 150. Not
dude.
paying that.
Emerald Bay Rangers.
Yep. Some
Dapperly Street.
Emerald Bay Cubs is on there right now for $252.
Yeah.
250.
Yeah.
Wow.
A definitely used Yankees is $54. Yeah.
I Carry On says he needs the Crosstown All-Star games to come back. That was like,
Mm,
do you remember those, Teferi?
I do. I do remember those.
That was like one of the most hated on packs or collections that we did, and they all fucking sold out. It was
Which
incredible.
one?
The Crosstown,
Crosstown,
Crosstown All-Star game.
where it was the same city, but we swapped out the All-Star
Yeah.
game.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Those did all sell out. Yeah. I
I feel
remember
like
that.
And I'll never forget, like Bleacher Chicago was like straight up hating the White Sox one we did. And when they posted their story, the hat had already been sold out for like 40 minutes. And I'm like, yeah, sorry.
I feel like that's just I don't know. I feel like there's just something about like, cause even like crosstown rivals packs and stuff like that. If they're executed properly, I feel like that's the thing. It's like it's uncommon front logos with uncommon patches. So it's like, then you also kind of get like those interesting loser patch hats that probably don't get a lot of rotation. So I
Yeah.
think that's like a draw for real. That's a draw for collectors. Like I mean, everybody has certain crowns with certain side patches, but I think like having a Battle of the Bay patch for a San Francisco crown, or something like, or different things like that. I feel like you see more Oakland A's, I think, Battle of the Bay patches than sometimes you see San Francisco's
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
on occasion.
Well, and the one thing I go back to with the Crosstown collection was because I mean, especially in the height of, you know, adding patches to the sides of hats. And the way I always looked at that is it's like, okay, all we did was just switch out the All-Star game patch. So every single All-Star game, every team has a representative in the All-Star game. So it's like, what do you complain about? Like, this is this would be like a normal on field. So anybody
Yeah,
who's a collector of this
that's true.
particular team, like, oh damn, I want that side patch.
Yeah, that is very true.
Yeah, I think
Uh,
it's
Out,
Eric,
it wasn't so like hype beasts or anything like that. It was definitely collectors of a particular team that scooped them up.
yeah.
I
I
saw it
think
cut out there. That's why I stopped talking for a second.
yeah, you did.
yeah,
You did. Aaron Luke, the lavender hats do not have any specific inspo. They just like the colorway. So you're gonna see that a few times this month. I don't know if it carries into next month too.
It
Next
does.
month is pretty loaded. Next month you're gonna be dropping some coin. So if you think that you're dropping coin this week, just wait until next month.
I think there's one addition to the color story that falls into February.
Okay. Very
Because
nice.
I know for a fact LA and New York have them, and they're just not dropping until February. So
Okay. Okay. And my favorite hats of January haven't even been announced yet. So there's some hats that are very, very nice that we have coming very soon.
yep. For
Another Freddy one.
oh my god, I'm not shaking my head in disappointment. I'm shaking my head because my wallet is just like yelling at me right now.
Yeah.
stop spending money, please.
But I'm getting 2 hats anyway out of my boy Will, so I guess that's good.
Yeah, offsets the deficit.
Hell yeah. Love that.
What do you guys got planned for this weekend?
Football, man. Football.
Oh yeah.
I have I think one of the actual the Olive and Blacks the Olive and Blacks is actually coming my direction, so I'll be doing some content for that this upcoming weekend.
Nice.
Um Other than that, I have a karaoke birthday party I'll be going to, so that'll be fun.
You got cool
Mayor
friends.
well, it's actually my fiance's friend. She's like doing a birthday party, so she was like, her idea she wanted to do like one night that was like co-ed with all of us, and then they're doing like a girls' brunch the next day. So I
That's
think
all.
that
Yeah.
Friday night's gonna be karaoke. So I'm gonna have to warm the vocal cords up. Get ready to.
What's
to
your go-to karaoke song?
my go-to karaoke song. I feel like most like Michael Jackson, like like I think Billie Jean's probably one of my favorites.
I like that.
But again, I don't know what the catalog at this karaoke spot is that we're going to, so I may have to get into a different bag to be able to sing properly. There may or there may not be audio and video of me doing this, so we'll see
Ben,
it. We'll see who
what's
catches it.
yours?
Mine is Dead Flowers by the Rolling Stones.
Okay, that's a good one.
What
That's
about
a good
you?
one. Oh, mine is a belter. So this one, it's gonna be a surprising one, but it always gets the entire room going and in their feels. Hero by Enrique Iglesias.
Oh wow.
Uh-huh.
I gotta you know what, Austin, if when we meet up in Baltimore, we like I gotta see that, I gotta see this live. I gotta see how this
Yeah, I
plays
haven't
out.
looked up Baltimore's karaoke spots. I don't know if there's a good one or not, but yeah, that's my go-to for sure.
Go to bet.
I'm jealous, Space Hippie. I still have not seen the Stones live, and they're losing members left and right. So
Yeah, I was gonna say you don't got much
I'm
time
traveling.
left.
Yeah, it's all right. That's why I collect vinyl.
Yeah, you do,
Oh,
Ben. I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
Oh
so
wow, I have
high
over
TTB.
500 vinyls.
Oh, 500.
Yeah,
You put me to
Wow.
shame.
So do
I
you have
inherited my parents' collection, so it's all original 60s and 70s vinyls that were theirs, and they gave me like 490 or something, and then I've just bought like probably like 40 or so over the
Damn, bro.
past 5 or 6 years.
Yeah. Next time you come to Atlanta, I gotta take you to or when you come to Atlanta, I gotta take you to Criminal Records, Austin. If you like vinyls, then
Oh hell yeah!
you'll definitely like that store. Like they have a lot of adaptations of current albums as vinyl, but they also have some if you're really trying to drop some major coin, they also have some good OGs in there as well. But
Okay.
they're over in they're over in Little 5 Points.
Okay.
So which isn't too far from where I stay.
Yeah, Baltimore actually has a really, really good record store as well. It's called the Soundgarden,
Mm.
and a shit ton of famous people have performed there, and it's just literally a record shop. Like,
Damn.
just like over the past like 30 years, they just literally will get like people that come in and perform there. Hasn't happened in my time living here yet, but it's very
Mm.
impressive because they have pictures of it all over the wall. But like, there's like Green Day performed there. It's for
Sheesh.
like a crowd of 50 people.
Wow.
So they like clear out all the records, and it's just on this podunk stage that's
Yeah.
and it's pretty like Green Day. Snoop performed there.
Wow.
They have like pictures of like Pharrell shopping in there too. It's wild.
Sheesh.
The wall is just insane.
I feel like the
So,
aesthetics of that shop have to be like top tier. Like you said, like with the pictures, like and I'm assuming the pictures are probably signed more than
oh
likely.
yeah, mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like 90s like Polaroid photos that are like just plastered all over the wall.
Yeah.
Damn.
I definitely got it. I got to check that out. That's
Yeah.
I just need to come back to Baltimore.
Yes,
dope.
sir.
Message of the recap: Go to Baltimore
Go
for
to Baltimore.
for
Yeah.
any reason, but specifically to go to that shop. But any reason.
I'm trying to see if they have any like photos of like someone. Yeah, so you'll see. I'll pull it up on my screen here really quickly.
Space Hippie inherited a bunch. Got a lot of Motown and funk originals. That's dope.
Oh hell
Yeah.
yeah!
My name
Oh,
is Eric. Has
Motown
an OG
record.
copy of Eddie Murphy's Party All the Time. I'm actually kind of jealous of that. That would be a good one to have.
That's sick.
Oh man,
So like,
I feel left out. I don't think I have any vinyl. That's definitely a habit I'd like to. I need to stop doing habits that cause me to spend ridiculous amounts of money.
Dude, right?
well, records aren't cheap either. That's the thing that
No,
sucks.
at
Like you
all.
can find a lot of old ones for cheap at like yard sales and stuff. But
Mhm.
yeah, so this is the stage that they set up. You can see it's
Wow.
like legit, like almost sketchy. The stage,
Damn.
the whole shop. Like this is the whole shop,
Oh, that's super dope.
and
You know that?
then like all over the walls, there's just like all these photos just plastered of famous
Mhm.
people who have gone and performed there or shopped there.
Huh.
So it's a dope spot.
Yeah, the aesthetics of that shop remind me of Beehove and the female ox pack that we did
Yeah, for
last year.
sure. For
Yeah,
sure.
definitely. That's tough.
This you can see. So like this whole wall here is just photos of famous artists that have come in and either performed or shopped at this shop. So
Man, that's
it's really
super
cool.
dope. Yeah. Yeah.
Dang.
That's clean. I really, like I said, you said it's called the Sound Garden, right, Austin?
Yes, sir.
Mhm. Definitely gonna be on my Baltimore to-do list.
There we go.
Yeet.
Yeah.
Awesome. What are you up to this weekend, Ben?
So
Back to
you
Vegas?
let me finish the story before you pass judgment at me. So on Friday, my wife and I are going up to like Petaluma area to go to a casino because not to gamble. We're gonna go see Tempe, Arizona's own Gin Blossoms play there.
Oh, very nice. And if you just hit a few slots on the way back, so be it.
I mean, maybe, but and
Mhm.
I doubt I will. I know my wife will. And then obviously I'll be in the Great Mall area sometime in the next few days.
Mm-hmm.
There's something going on Saturday, and for the life of me, I can't remember, but I know it's important that I have to do it. Shit.
Don't feel bad, Ben. I pretty much have that most weekends. I think it's like PTSD from like when I was like did my undergrad at Tech. It's like I have to do something. I just don't know what it is.
No,
It's important.
I remembered. I'm going to San Jose to catch some New Japan wrestling. They're doing like a pay-per-view in San Jose on Saturday. It's like a big card.
New
So.
Japan Wrestling.
Yeah, that was gonna be my next follow up. What is that?
The
Like
old NJP.
NJPW, bro. Come on.
Oh, sorry.
You sound like a mark.
Yeah. Is it held in a church basement or?
No. I'll take photos. I don't think you guys understand like how big this event is actually going to be.
I would love to see it. I would love to see
Yeah.
it. I've never heard of New Japan Wrestling.
They just had their WrestleMania like a week ago, man. in the
so
I
Tokyo.
still haven't heard of it.
In the
I still
Tokyo
haven't heard
Dome.
of
My
it.
God.
Only WrestleMania I know is WrestleMania. That's
Right,
probably, but
exactly.
you know what? To be fair, like I feel like when so like my fiance, when I think she was doing travel nursing, we had went to this like bar that was in I think it was like in downtown San Fran. I think it was near like the Mission Bay area, and they actually like, so on the weekends, instead of like that weekend they were showing the Super Bowl. I think they were saying they actually have wrestling matches, like backyard wrestling matches, like in
Yeah.
there, and I was just like, I said, oh.
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about. I just can't remember the name of it right now.
Yeah, it's like an arcade, and it has like a mezzanine where you can like actually watch like where the wrestling is happening.
That is, oh my.
Ben's thinking
It's
himself into it.
Emporium but yeah, Emporium's the name of the arcade.
Yeah,
But
Emporium.
it is,
That's exactly what it is. Yep.
it's in a big theater. No, it's hardcore.
Yeah, it's like, and I think the reason we went there was because like they actually like where the stage was where they normally do the wrestling. They actually just brought down a whole projector screen, so we were literally like watching the game, but you know they were serving you food, and you could go play like Pac-Man, Galaga, whatever downstairs, and like air hockey. It was really dope spot. I was like, yeah, I would come back here to watch backyard wrestling. I would do that.
Yeah.
Hell
I sold
yeah.
like $8 in tokens. I need to go back sometime.
Wait a second. New Japan Pro Wrestling's wrestlers aren't all Japanese?
No, dude. That's why I'm just like,
Yeah.
no.
What?
New
yeah.
Japan NJPW is a much bigger deal than you realize.
Why would? Oh, that's Bush League. Like,
UGWA was at Emporium.
they like just only do Japanese wrestlers.
I mean, they have a lot of Japanese wrestlers, but they also have like some New Zealanders. They have a lot of American wrestlers, like top guys. Like I'm gonna date myself. Like back in the day, like Hulk Hogan, Vader, Undertaker did some wrestling over there as well. And as far as more recent guys that are like in bigger promotions now, like the Young Bucks, Kenny Omega, Finn Balor.
Okay, Dolph Ziggler is.
Dolph Ziggler is now there, like as of last week, because there was a whole angle that occurred from the from Wrestle Kingdom, which is the name of the WrestleMania equivalent.
Okay. Ben, I had to tell you. I'll have to one time tell you about the time that I went to WWE headquarters and got a tour of their I forget what they called it, but it was like their historian. It was basically a warehouse with just all sorts of memorabilia in there.
Did you?
And like just the craziest shit you've ever seen. Like legit Undertaker's caskets were in there, and it's just like an absolute dumpster fire in there, and like used bats that have like bloody nails on them and stuff like that. And he's like, yeah, this is from WrestleMania 26, and he's just like literally like laying on a random chair in the corner of the room.
Jesus.
So yeah, it was pretty wild to see. Had all the old XFL stuff in there too.
Wow.
Yeah.
I wonder if they probably had the
random warehouse in Connecticut.
I wonder if they had the old
smoking
smoking belt.
That new era.
Yeah, I was wondering if they had the old smoking belt from smoking skull belt from Stone Cold in there, probably somewhere. The belt that was mysterious.
Oh, it's got to be in there.
You'd be shocked if you're like, wait, this is how large of an organization are you guys, and this is how you have your like most historical items.
I know, right?
It's like legit. Like I'm not even joking. Like it had Undertaker's last time he wore his big leather jacket before he retired, and it was just like draped over like some random sign from like the 80s. So, and like was just sitting there, and they're like, "Oh yeah, that's the last time that the Undertaker wore his jacket." So,
Shauna SFC, you just now got here, dude. We showed off so many Giants hats. It's not even funny.
Facts, yeah. Noho Exclusives,
West Coast hours.
Yep.
So.
Tuesday. That's the one you got to look out for. And then if you're not following the Hat Club Great Mall account, get on it. The big announcement this week. So don't worry, brother.
Yeah, no, that's I think like so I didn't forget. I definitely have 316 circled for me to get my get wear my vest. But I did find someone that apparently has the graphic like from when Austin walked in. We did have- so let's see if there's a way I can send the vest, have him and just let her put it on and send it back to me. I don't know if he can do it. I don't want him to ruin it, but he's pretty confident because he has like a few that he said he's done, and he showed me like pictures of the work, and it looks pretty legit. So
That's
Dude, I
sick.
can't wait.
I may have to send it out to get him to do that. So then that'll be then it will truly be a one of one piece. It wouldn't be one that you can actually go and buy, which I really want. Like I said, growing up, Stone Cold was probably one of my favorite wrestlers to watch next to The Rock, and obviously the '90s just of wrestling, that Attitude Era was just crazy. So when I ran into him or I found him through social media, I was just like. I DM'd him and I didn't think he was gonna respond, and he actually did. And he was just like, "Yeah, man, like show me the vest." It's like, "Oh, that's dope. Yeah, I could definitely do that." So that might be on the horizon.
That
Do
is
it.
sick. Cool. All right, fellas. Well, I feel like this is a good spot to wrap it up at.
Wait, what are you
Yeah.
doing? You didn't say what you're doing.
Told you football.
Oh, okay. I figured you
Wild card
were
weekend, dude. So
I know that, but still, I mean, there's
that football is my game plan, and probably losing more money. So
you're going through a table like before you light it on fire and then drinking.
yeah,
Nice.
hmm
We need
yeah.
we need footage. We need
So I
footage.
still got 2 horses in the race. So I'm hoping that it doesn't end up being Baltimore versus Bills. My Bills allegiance is definitely going to still reign supreme there, but I get a lot of shit from all my Buffalonian friends because like I'm rooting for Baltimore a lot now too. But I'm like I live here, so um,
I mean,
and
it is the local team, so you kind of have to.
right. And then I always have a soft spot for the Jets because that's where I did my internship. So people tell me that I'm a bad football fan, but I'm like, I have my reasons. So
All you, if it does happen, Austin, just cut a Lamar Jackson jersey in half and a Josh Allen, sew it together, and that way, everybody
I
wins.
wanted Lamar from day one from the draft. I went to actually the Bills practice facility and watched that draft, that Josh Allen Lamar Jackson draft. I watched that live.
Oh, right.
And at the Bills practice facility, they had like a big, like for all like their sponsors and stuff, they had like this big party to watch a draft there. And I wanted Lamar Jackson desperately. Josh Allen was like 4th on the list of who I wanted.
Yeah.
So I wanted I wanted Lamar Jackson was definitely my top pick. And then Sam Darnold was my second pick. So
Ugh.
yeah. And then Josh Rosen was my third pick
Oh
for who I wanted.
God.
Oh,
I
man.
wanted those two before I wanted Josh Allen. So
Oh,
we
man.
got lucky. Like luckily they made the right decision with making Josh Allen. I still think they should have picked Lamar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Personally, like I still think they should have picked Lamar. Josh Allen drives me through a fucking wall every game, watching him throw 12 interceptions and fumbling 18 times. So, yeah. So
Yeah, but you know what? Like you said, it's I like I said, man, I feel like either which way it goes, if Baltimore goes, you could be like, oh man, Buffalo didn't go, but then secretly inside you could be like, but we're still in it. We're
I
still
won't
in
be
it.
disappointed if that's a matchup. Like I'll be disappointed as a Bills fan because I'm always disappointed as a Bills fan. Just part of being a Bills fan. So
My game is until Monday, so that's why I'm not sweating it this weekend.
hell yeah. There you
Yeah.
go.
Falcons
All
aren't
right.
going any Falcons aren't going anywhere, so
Who are you rooting for?
Well, I try to be faithful to Atlanta, but in many ways, you say being a Bills fan is torture. I feel like being a Falcons fan is just like a different circle of hell. It's like
Hey man, you've been there recently. You've been there recently, so I don't feel too
I
bad for you.
I don't know. I really feel like when our coach is getting mad at another team's coach for scoring an extra touchdown,
Yeah.
it's like then we understand what type of season is happening at the present moment. It's like, dude, like you don't want them to score, stop them. That's
Yeah,
that's
but Atlanta's had successes, so
yeah. I
I
mean,
don't feel too bad for
well,
you guys.
yeah,
The
that's
Bills had
sport.
the longest playoff drought in all of professional sports up until 4 years ago. So yeah.
But
And
yeah,
I gotta add this on here, not to keep beating a dead horse, but I've been talking about it all last week. The Falcons cost me $450. So screw them.
you know what? You know what, Ben? And you will get no opposition from me. You know, you will get no opposition from me. They
Like
that
Arthur Smith getting fired made me feel like a little bit better.
like I said, it's just it's the plight of that particular team. You know it's bad when the Atlanta United with their inaugural season they win the cup, and
Yeah.
it's just like I don't understand it. But you know what? It's cool. I've seen two professional Atlanta sports teams win in my lifetime, which is definitely I've done good. I
Hell
did
yeah.
good. So
There you go.
Nice.
we'll see what happens with the other two.
A lot of people can't say that they've seen that their team win it twice. So
Yeah, I think the Braves just need to work more on celebration decorum when they drive. Like, don't drive fast, drive slow, so we can celebrate you. Like, I feel like when they drove through Peachtree, they were driving at least 40 or 50 miles per hour. It's just like, dude, slow, processionally slow down.
whoa, that's wild.
Yeah, it was like it was really like I think recently after the pandemic, and that was like one of like the few times that we could actually people could be outside. So when
Hmm.
they did the drive through, it was like literally the streets were lined with people, and they did not drive slowly. They drove probably like a regular Atlanta driver. Just drove straight through. We were just like, okay. But the celebration at the park was actually super dope. Like they had confetti on the field, everything. It was really nice. I enjoyed it. Like I said, a moment I didn't think I was gonna see in my lifetime. So
Yeah,
I bought I think at least three newspapers from the World Series win.
As you
So
should,
yeah.
yeah, it's pretty dope.
because print media is dying.
Yeah. Have you seen Best Buy with physical copies of DVDs and video games?
Yeah, it makes me want to cry.
Yeah,
Mm, that's yeah.
crazy.
Remember a time where that was the only way. There was no such thing as a digital
Physical for
copy.
life, baby.
Yes, exactly. If I
Yep.
can't put the disc in in my console, I don't want it.
Yep. Exactly.
I'll answer these last two questions real quick. My name is Eric. I think there's an NBA hats coming.
Think so. Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
so.
Yeah.
And then Space Hippie. Yeah. I only put like $5 or $10 down on my bets, but it's like obviously multi-leg parlays where it's gonna like it's if I'm successful, it's gonna get me a lot of money. And I have concluded to the fact that like my New Year's resolution is to keep sports gambling to help pay for my student loans. So that's my resolution. That's why I
Yeah.
get pissed. Yeah, I'm out $5, but I could have had, you know, a month and a half, 2 months worth of student loan payments in that one bet. So
Love it. Love it.
Egg really shakes fist at Atlanta. You know.
arr. But
All
no,
right.
guys, good place to wrap up. I'm looking forward to seeing
Yeah.
you guys again this next week.
Yeah.
Everybody in the chat, always a pleasure to talk with you guys. Looking forward to yeah, all these drops that we got going on. So hopefully
Yeah.
you guys hit.
Great first show, Tef.
Hey,
Yay! Did good. You know, Space Hippie. I was prepared for any type of rapid fire questions you had on aliens. Just to I did my research. I was ready to go if you wanted to challenge me real quick. But I'm glad I did good. Next episode though, I'm expecting questions.
Love it.
Yeah.
awesome. Guys,
All right,
enjoy
guys.
your weekend and we will see you soon. Peace.
See
You
you
guys.
guys later.